Perfect Wisdom, with the divisions of the Abhishamayalankara. Translated by EdwardConze 1904–1979. University of California Press, Berkeley, Los Angeles, London. Chapter 69. Exposition of the Path Development. And again, the bodhisattva, the great being, enters into the trances, unlimited and formless attainments. But he does not take hold of his reward. And why? Because he is endowed with the skill in means through which he cognizes the trances, unlimited and formless attainments as empty of own marks, too, as uncreated. Moreover, subhuti, the bodhisattva, the great being who courses in perfect wisdom, beginning with the first thought of enlightenment, endowed with skill in means courses in the paths of vision, development and forsaking, but does not attain the fruit of a streamwinner, of a once-returner, or never-returner, or arhatship. And why? Because he cognizes all dharmas as empty of own marks, too, as uncreated, and though he courses in these dharmas which act as wings to enlightenment, he transcends the level of the disciples and pratyekabuddhas. This, subhuti, is the bodhisattva's, the great being's, patient acceptance of dharmas which fail to be produced. Moreover, subhuti, the bodhisattva, the great being who courses in perfect wisdom, enters on the 8 deliverances and the 9 attainments of successive stations, but does not attain the fruit of a sreamwinner, too, arhatship. And why? Because he cognizes all dharmas as empty of own marks, too, as uncreated. Moreover, the bodhisattva, the great being, gains mastery over the 10 powers of a tathagata, the 4 grounds of self-confidence, the 4 analytical knowledges, the 18 special dharmas of a Buddha, the great friendliness, and the great compassion. But he does not reach the knowledge of all modes before his Buddha field has been quite purified, and beings have been matured. It is thus that the bodhisattva, the great being, should course in perfect wisdom. Subhuti, of the highest intelligence, O Lord, is the bodhisattva, the great being, who courses in dharmas as deep as these, and who yet does not take hold of a reward. The Lord. So it is, subhuti, so it is. And why? Because the bodhisattva, the great being, does not swerve from the own being. Subhuti. From the own being of what does he not swerve? The Lord. He does not swerve from non-existence. And as to what the then subhuti has asked, from the own being of what does he not swerve? He does not swerve from the own being of form, and why? Because the own being of these dharmas is non-existence. Non-existence cannot possibly be fully known through non-existence. The error with regard to the reunion with of the tathagata. Subhuti. Is it possible to fully know existence through existence? The Lord. No, subhuti. Subhuti. Or non-existence through non-existence. The Lord. No, subhuti. Subhuti. Or existence through non-existence. The Lord. No, subhuti. Subhuti. Or non-existence through existence. The Lord. No, subhuti. Subhuti. Then there will be neither attainment nor reunion. If there is no reunion of non-existence with non-existence, nor of existence with existence, nor of existence with non-existence, nor of non-existence with existence, the Lord, there is reunion, but not through this aspiration after the 4 alternatives. Subhuti. How then, O Lord, does a reunion actually take place? The Lord. Where there is neither non-existence nor existence, that is the reunion in which these multiplicities do not exist. For reunion takes place where these obstacles to spiritual progress are absent and do not impede. The error with regard to the perverted views. Subhuti. What, then, is it that delays the bodhisattva, the great being? The Lord. The conviction that form is permanent or impermanent, that delays the bodhisattva, the great being. So for feeling, the conviction that form is at ease or ill, that it is the self or not the self, calm or not calm, that it should or should not be comprehended, all that delays the bodhisattva, the great being. It delays him to think that the holy truth of ill should be comprehended, origination forsaken, stopping realized, and the path developed. That the 4 trances, unlimited and formless attainment should be developed. For the 4 applications of mindfulness. That I shall transcend the fruit of a streamwinner, 2. Arhatship. Or I shall transcend the enlightenment of a pratyekabuddha. I shall fulfill the 10 stages of a bodhisattva. I shall enter on a bodhisattva's certain way of salvation. I shall purify the Buddha field. I shall mature beings. I shall produce the 10 powers of a tathagata, 2. The 18 special Buddhadharmas. I shall reach the knowledge of all modes. I shall forsake all the defilements and the residues relating to them. Therefore, then, the bodhisattva, the great being, who courses in the perfection of wisdom, does not cause any delay by thinking that form is permanent or impermanent. 2. I shall forsake all the defilements and the residues relating to them. And why? For own being causes no delay to own being, nor non-existence to non-existence. And apart from own being and non-existence one cannot apprehend any other dharma which could cause delay, or whereby or wherein one could be delayed. Therefore, then, subhuti, free from all multiplicity, is form. 2. The knowledge of all modes. It is thus that the bodhisattva, the great being, should course in a perfection of wisdom which is free from all multiplicity. Moreover, subhuti, form, has no own being. What has no own being is free from all multiplicity. For that reason form is free from all multiplicity. It is thus that the bodhisattva who course in perfect wisdom enters on the bodhisattva's way of certain salvation. Subhuti. If of no dharma an own being is apprehended, by which path does the bodhisattva enter on the bodhisattva's way of certain salvation? By the path of the disciples, of the pratyekabuddhas or the Buddhas. The Lord. Not by either the path of the disciples, or that of the pratyekabuddhas, or that of the Buddhas. But the bodhisattva enters on the bodhisattva's way of certain salvation after he has trained in all the paths. Just as the arhat, after he has trained in all paths, enters on the certainty that he will win salvation by the methods appropriate to the disciples, but does not attain the fruit of arhatship until the fruit of the path arises. Just so the bodhisattva, after he has produced all the paths, enters on a bodhisattva's way of certain salvation, but does not reach the knowledge of all modes until the adamantine concentration has been acquired. Through the acquisition of this concentration he then reaches the knowledge of all modes by means of the wisdom which is conjoined with one single moment. The error with regard to the path. Subhuti. If the bodhisattva after having fulfilled all the paths should enter on the bodhisattva's way of certain salvation, is it not so that the path of the 8th lowest is one path? That of the streamwinner another. That of the candidate to once returnership another, that of the once returner another, that of the candidate to never returnership another, that of the never returner